Hi, I'm Hunter. I'm a rising sophomore at the Urban School of San Francisco, and this is my first milestone for my RC Hovercraft. In this, I was sort of late on doing the milestone. It was initially just meant to be the body design, but I ended up having the time in waiting for parts and things to have the body design and all the electronics inside and working. And so basically, this means that I have the structure and I have this functional inside, and all I really need for the final product, besides painting and stuff that isn't necessary just to go for a test drive, is the skirt, which will actually keep the air that comes from this fan and through these little air holes around the hovercraft, and it can hover from that. But even though it can't hover right now because of the lack of the skirt, I have actually set it up so that this back servo works to turn the propulsion fan, and each of the fans can turn on. So I can show you that now. Getting to here was a bit of a struggle just in terms of waiting for parts and things, where it took a long time for the dep run to arrive. So we initially did a test fit with this other material called MDF. Didn't work that well. I had a different set of plans then as well that were just made in Illustrator. I ended up having to redo my plans in Google SketchUp and solid model them. That way I was sure, even with the thickness, that it would work. And I just exported those to Illustrator afterwards, and here were the plans that were actually cut. Those got cut. I built it here. I just assembled it with hot glue. It's a bit heavier than other glues I could have used, but it does the trick. And the electronics I had had time to build before, and I just put in and made some room for. It's a bit of a tight fit, but it works. So here it is in action. This back servo turns. This one part isn't anchored yet, just so I can work on it still. The back servo turns. That will eventually be what turns the whole hovercraft. At the same time, it can also go forward. It's a bit unstable right now, but it does work. And this one is controlled by a toggle on the remote, which will eventually be the hover. And that can also turn on. It's quite loud. But once the skirt's around it, that will be what lifts the thing. And it's all very light because of this material. The battery is the majority of the weight. That is my milestone 1. I should be back with the skirt in not too long. Thank you.